we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 3. We have Team Spirit versus Xtreme, and we have some extreme picks. I am very excited for 2 heroes. Sniper mid, always a classic. And of course, a hero that no one else gets excited for but me, but Lifestealer, my favorite carry, Cinderin. Very exciting.
You're such a weird person.
Okay,
That's it. That's what I got.
All right.
That's my analysis of the situation.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so we were talking a couple days ago about me thinking OD was interesting, and you think that hero is very boring, but Lifestealer is fun.
Yeah, Lifestealer is great.
Okay, we'll leave that up
The more
to chat to
passives,
decide
the more fun the hero is.
Oh.
See?
Yep.
That's why Wraith King used to be the best hero ever.
That makes
No
sense.
longer. As Collapse will steal a bounty rune, and Team Spirit again will get 3 out of the 4.
I am personally not very sold on Lifestealer as a hero in most games. There's a reason it isn't getting picked much, of course, but I don't know if it was the best solution to this one in particular. We're going to have to wait and see, but as far as good as Rage is in this game for, you know, handling getting initiated on, if you do get caught, I feel like you can get chain stunned to death. So I think Jinq on the Grimstroke has a quite important role to fill with Inkswell here. Later down the line. I think it's going to be borderline impossible for Ame to avoid all sorts of aggression in the game. The Spirit lineup has a lot of physical burst, which I think Lifestealer suffers against. The Sven Lifestealer matchup has always been interesting for that reason.
It's been Sven favored.
It has. There was a time it was Lifestealer favored, but most of the time Sven can overpower you. But it is quite unique in the sense that it very much comes down to item timings, and there might be like a 5-minute window where Lifestealer is better against Sven, and then he falls off again. And
well, there's other matchups as well. Like I think DK is also not a particularly good matchup for Lifestealer. Like any high armor target is not good. Lifestealer wants thick, juicy, like Centaur type heroes.
Yeah.
They don't have anybody like that.
Yep.
So it is kind of a weird pick. I'll agree.
And on top of that, there's Warcry, right? Which is
well, that's the reason that's not a good matchup with Sven.
Yeah, but Sven just makes every other matchup worse too, by extension.
Yeah.
So
Now the question is, will he go for like a weird build? Because when not that Lifestealer was that popular, but when he was kind of getting picked here and there, we would see Aghanim Scepter like the second item, which is interesting. Kind of like a reset, disarm, but otherwise I don't know really. They obviously have like the Infest Bomb with the Centaur, so that's good. But what Lifestealer offers after the fact, not sure.
Is there a world you can go the TA route and just go Maelstrom into Mjolnir?
Yeah, Maelstrom's definitely a thing.
Is that... Because maybe... Okay, all right.
Inkswell,
we weren't
looking.
You look away for a
blooded.
second, and he's gone. Well, this lane from Xtreme is a classic in this patch. Centaur Grim is extremely potent for especially killing the support in the enemy safe lane. You got to be very careful. And Gyro kind of needs to get up close and personal to do anything. So it is a bit tricky for Mipushka to find that balance in the lane of not just letting them do whatever they want, but also not dying. Good start for Ame down here. Of course, Phoenix will be very annoying for Dragon Knight early on with these Fire Spirits. Whereas Lifestealer not really suffering from anything in this lane. I think this is pretty straightforward. This lane kind of plays itself for Ame, so as we talked about, you're not really going to kill the DK, but I think Lifestealer will find free farm, more or less.
Yep. We'll see if he goes for... I mean, Armlet Deso is the most common build, but I don't know if that's particularly good here.
Yeah.
Because you already have such high... Like, sure, you can lower the armor, but they're going to have Warcry, like you said. They have DK. Is that going to be enough?
It's just going to be very telling about their read on this hero, what second item Ame gets. Because if he still thinks this is a, let's say, Armlet Deso game, then, you know, then every game is, right?
Yeah. I could see Maelstrom into eventual Mjolnir. He's going to be going Orb of Corrosion, another item we don't get to see that often, but that has definitely gotten some changes. Gives that damage over time aspect now. Gives him a little bit of push potential, a little bit, on the Lifestealer. DY, 3 games in a row he will be playing the Phoenix, so you talked about him being obsessed with CM, now it's the polar opposite with the Fire. Just everybody has their routines, you know. Quinn, pick Pango, get banned, then lose.
What a routine. He actually could have killed Sven there if he's stunned. I'm a bit surprised XXS did not identify that opportunity there.
What is
Literally.
this?
Jin-Q identified it.
The lane has been relocated. This was in the patch notes in case you guys missed it. It's now in the jungle.
Oh.
Very interesting. Well, it doesn't look like Ame's going to miss much XP, if any. We'll traverse back to the bottom section.
Mid lane dead even. It's interesting. I don't know how this lane goes on paper, the sniper against Lina. But so far, totally even there. Mira will probably be forced to use a leap here.
Yep, he sure will. Fire Spirit will not hit. He will salve up just a bit. And this will leave Lifestealer and Dragon Knight alone. And there's 0 kill potential between
I mean, this is the most non-lane ever, if these two heroes lane against each other.
Yeah.
You're literally hitting creeps, and if one guy goes on... I mean, look at that. That's 1 point in Dragon Blood, by the way. He still doesn't have a second one. If he wants to...
He's not going to...
I mean, it's like... Yeah, all right.
Meanwhile,
dead again.
Yes, Miposhka on the support gyro will take a double edge.
A quadruple edge.
Do you like quad edge? I actually like both. I'll use them interchangeably.
All right.
Double does sound more basketball-like, so maybe I'll adopt
Oh, it
that
sounded more like a burger.
Well, it's a burger at in and out, or it's also a stat line in the
It was
VA.
a good one.
I don't get the double though. You got to go for the quad.
Is that the place where you can get them animal style?
That's right.
Is that what it's called? It's
That's
very
right.
interesting. It really appeals to the Dota audience.
Of course, here at DreamLeague, we call that monster style.
Oh.
And Ame. So phase boost next, and then we'll see what itemization he's really going to choose for the Lifestealer. And that's probably the thing I'm most excited about. Even though this lane is extremely boring, but...
All right, Miposhka with the dive.
Miposhka, arrow. No, Mira didn't hit this one.
That's a tough one to hit. That angle is very awkward. You didn't have any setup. No, not even a slow. Might look to get creative here onto Yatoro.
Yeah, the dive is there. Stormbolt not going to connect onto both as Yatoro now forced to leave. A very interesting route he has to take. Yeah, but still forcing him out is a accomplishment in and of itself. And now the silence as Jin-Q makes his way over into the hoof stomp. Double edge, Inkswell with the kill. So Mira takes a tumble.
Yatoro's not safe here. He can easily get dove in the tower.
Yeah,
oh
boy. Try for it. Hoof stomp to start. Double edge as well. DY with a couple pathetic right clicks.
I actually really thought... I guess Jin-Q just didn't have any mana. He had to go back to his courier to get a mango or something, because with one Inkswell there, that is 100% a dead Sven.
Well, they can go for it again. He's showing himself.
Yeah, he's sticking around.
Supports are now wrapping back around. Yatoro will be spotted here.
Right.
Silence to start. Blood grenade as well. Inkswell onto the Phoenix.
Yeah.
It does proc into the hoof stomp double edge for XXS. 4-0 start for Xtreme. Every game in this series so far has been a dumpster fire for one team. We're hoping for a little bit more competitive one in this game number 3. Deciding game number 3, of course.
Yeah, the concerning thing for Spirit here is their lineup isn't exactly have the most obvious road to recovery, right? You kind of have to play around the Dragon Knight to get stuff done. Your support duo is very dependent. They don't set stuff up, they follow through. Both the Gyro and the Mirana. And your mid hero in this game is not an Ember or something that's going to take initiative for you. It's Sniper. He's a follow-up hero as well. So if both Dragon Knight and the Sven are kind of pinned to their lanes, then the amount of plays you have on the map are very limited, and you're obviously not going to be able to kill the Lifestealer very easily. So it's kind of a... I'm not going to say it's a checkmate situation, but I think Spirit might need to get a little bit creative with how they solve this game state right now.
Has been killed.
Phase boots basically killed for the time being.
Did he queue up anything yet on the Lifestealer? He did not. Still waiting to see what he chooses to go.
I think if he was going to go Midas, he would have already gone for it, so I don't think that's going to be the case.
Yeah.
And a Battle Fury doesn't, I don't know.
Oh, nice leap from Mira. He might...
Laguna Blade, Mira still dead. Battle Fury was a thing for a bit on Lifestealer, but it's just too slow. It will be
Yeah, get him! Get his ass!
That's Ghoul Frenzy at its best, by the way.
That was 2 points in Dragon Blood, by the way. Imagine he had 4. But Collapse knows the matchup very well, so he knows not to waste his precious skill points.
That's right.
On a hero that tickles you.
So it will be the armlet build. Unfortunately, we don't get to see anything crazy.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what he gets after.
Honestly, Armlet, the item I'd be most excited for is the Aghanim Scepter eventually, which Armlet you can still go for. DY getting chased by Collapse. Dragon Form is popped, but didn't have enough mana to stun initially.
Oh,
Got the silence coming out. Into the Inkswell, onto Mira. Will be able to leap out, steal the bounty as well.
I think it would have died to that slave. That was really close. That was, wait, what level was the Dragon Slave? Yeah, it's level 4. I think it would have been enough with the burn. So, close call.
Collapse wanted to do some damage to a tower with that Dragon Form. Won't need to in the mid lane as Laurel just takes that for himself.
It's a great play call here from Spirit, though. This is what they need. They need Dragon Knight to get involved somewhere around the map so something happens, and they will choose mid as their location. Let's see what the next one will be, though.
They just smoked and it just got popped by a casual Maposhka.
Just randomly standing up there.
That's unfortunate.
Very conveniently placed for the occasion. But yeah, this is good from Spirit. Opening that mid tower, I think your next move is probably going to... I mean, you could try to poke the bot tower, but this is obviously part of the Lifestealer pick here is, can you really access that tower here? Because I don't think you're going to be content with just... Maybe you are. Maybe nothing needs to happen. As long as your heroes are getting levels and Sven's farming, maybe it's fine. Like, it's a very unique game situation that I feel like neither team has really been in too much this one. In this tournament where... Yes, Xtreme will try to put some of the pressure up top now to find some sort of response. Even XM will rotate for this. Changed his mind. He saw gold. Spirit are ready to put some bodies up here.
Radiant structures are fortified.
XXS about to get ganked now. Yatoro gets the Stormbolt up with the God Strength as well. There's the arrow from Mira to follow it up. XXS already at half HP will pop his ult. His Inkswell as well. Looks like he will survive. As Jin Q should be able to walk away as well. So nothing coming of this from the Spirit side.
I'm sorry, I just...
Ghoul Frenzy continuing to be applied to Collapse.
Yeah, this is the fight in this lane, is who gets the CS on the big creep. It's about whether you time the stun against the rage correctly so you get that last hit. That's so silly.
So
is there more of a non-lane than DK against Lifestealer? Like, what's an even, like... I feel like it has to be up there, where neither hero can just kill each other forever.
Yeah, it's certainly up there.
It's a very... Okay, let me give you a thought experiment. Let's say these level 9 heroes go against each other with the items they have right now, and they just attack. Okay, hang on.
Lifestealer would eventually win.
How long do you think it would take?
Maybe like 45 seconds.
Okay.
Laurel coming in will take an LSA.
Yes.
Using the Assassinate onto Jin Q. Not enough for the kill. He wants to continue on.
He's fast as fuck, though.
He really is. DY doesn't have his egg. One more right click will be enough, but he finds the Fog of War. And now XXS.
Oh, somehow nobody's dying here, huh?
Yep, just like in that bottom lane.
Just kidding.
Stomp, double edge. Mira takes a tumble. 7-0 start for Xtreme, but we can see
still
the gold is very even. I mean, I'm sure the XP is in favor of Xtreme. As Collapse is going for the early Blink Dagger.
Yep. Need that for a... This is going to open up an avenue for potential Lifestealer kill. With DK plus arrow, and then either Sven or Sniper could maybe get the job done if there's no protection immediately. They're already gonna TP down here, though. Did TP2 supports bot here, did Xtreme. Setting up the area.
By the way, XXS went for... Oh, we'll talk about that in just a moment. Went for an early Blade Mill, which is interesting. Stampede, Ame will rage up. There's the Ghoul Frenzy into the Inkswell. And now with a couple of teammates there, Collapse will finally die.
Armlet makes a really big difference for the dynamic there. He does so much more damage with that than without. So, yep, the double TP paying dividends there since there was no response from Spirit.
He's going Radiance instead of Deso.
Okay, also good against the Sven, I suppose, right? You get the evasion, you get the blind, you... Yes.
Mira spotted out. Will die yet again. Still level 5 at 14 minutes.
And now the interesting thing about a game state like this is how well do Spirit understand how it's going, and how well do Xtreme understand? Like, you look at the kill score, you know it's 9-0, you probably feel great for Xtreme, you're like, all our moves are working. But do If you pause the game right now and ask the teams what the graph is, I wonder what answers they would give. I think Atoro feels quite comfortable with his net worth, right? Like,
Dire's top tower is under attack.
he's quite farmed, but
Dire's top tower has
all right,
fallen.
XM's gonna be like, wait, this is farmed. What the hell?
Atoro coming in. Stormbolt into the shrapnel, into the runaway.
Yeah,
Now Ame TPing in.
Laurel took aim, but he was too far
All he
away.
wants to do is Ghoul Frenzy you.
Here he comes!
He's spinning for you. Ghoul Frenzy on the creeps now. And that'll break up the fight. Although XXX coming in with the hoof stomp. Into the Inkswell as well. Into the Soulbind. Sniper is dead. The egg will proc as well. They get 2 kills immediately.
Oh, they smoked.
Mira somehow surviving for the time being. We'll take a Fire Spirit and run away.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So that was the blink reveal for XXS. And that is
Big
what they
payoff.
needed. 11-0.
What a strange game this has been so far.
But it is hard to gauge how much they are up because, like you
Yeah.
said, the net worth is not really that much different.
It's starting to be meaningful. That fight was quite impactful, honestly. Killing that sniper, getting the team involved this way is creating some distance.
Yeah, I still feel like we should, like, they have this net worth stuff that Valve stole from Layerth, of course, the greatest company, come out with all these production things. There should be an XP one there too, for at least like the first 20 minutes, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because it is pretty damn important. And that's basically the main difference in the game right now.
Ame for the first time will take the top spot on net worth. It's been, at least I think so, it's been XXS up there for the most part. On the Centaur, he's having a great game. All 3 cores pretty happy on the side of Xtreme.
Dire's bottom tower.
Lina and Sniper still neck and neck despite Sniper being jumped mid. XM will read this movement, get out before it's too late, as he was being pincered by DK Mirana.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Damn,
attack.
they're just not finding anything, Spirit. They're just
Yeah.
absolutely getting pushed around the map. They got the mid tower, as we talked about, relatively early, but they haven't really been able to convert it into anything more. They haven't pushed this bot because Lifestealer's just sitting there blocking any
Dire's bottom
advances.
tower has fallen.
As a matter of fact, he will take one himself. And this, it's interesting because I feel like the nature of games that we see in this patch are so fundamentally extremely different based on what the mid hero plays, right? Like, we saw the last game where it was Ember against Storm, and the map was, the way everything was played around was so extremely different from Lina against Sniper. I mean, it goes without saying that this is obviously going to be a more passive mid laner approach.
Oh, they're looking for their first kill. This would be a big one onto XM. Call down is applied. The egg is there, but not enough to save XM. And now the egg will fall as well, so 2 kills for Spirit.
Dire's middle tower.
Meanwhile, though, Laurel in a lot of trouble. The quad edge about to come out. XXS gets him through the Dragon Knight. Collapse will live via the TP.
That's
Ends
great.
up being a 2-for-1.
Great for Spirit, though. They get on the board, they get a big kill. They took some initiative with the dagger.
You know, that's his wife, right? Jin Q. The Phantom's Embrace when it comes to the lore. The Embrace is his dead wife.
Yeah?
Not Jin Q, the Grimstroke, that is. That's the lore.
Yeah?
So when it came back, I was expecting a screech. Just a howl. But it's just empty as Collapse. Okay, they have the stun lock onto the Lifestealer. Ame has Infest. Will go inside Jin Q, who has the spirit of his dead wife inside of him, of course.
Does he have a shard coming out? Or is he trying to get it for free?
Nothing comes for free.
His net
Syndra.
worth is really low. He must have a shard, right? Wait, where's his courier? Did it die with the shard on it?
It's a great question, Syndra.
I can't find his courier.
His
His courier is dead, yeah. It probably had the shard on it, right? I was like, because what we just saw there is what's likely going to be Spirit's entrance into fights later down the line is whether they can burst the Lifestealer or not, but obviously Jin-Q will counter that very well with a shard.
Yep. Spirit
Getting out
getting
of that
their
one.
3rd kill of the game.
That's a big item on Lina now. Gleipnir online. Gives them more catch, gives them a better way for the Lifestealer to connect to fights.
But Grove Bow on Laurel.
Yeah, also Grove Bow and XM.
Grove Bow on XM.
Oh, and
Incredible.
Vampire Fangs and Lifestealer.
Oh.
Some nice role playing going on here.
It's going to be very nice once he gets the Radiance. As the blink stun from Collapse into Maposhka's call down, completely countered by the dive.
Oh, he
He
actually
went a
ended
little
up
egg.
egging that. Okay.
Yeah, probably not needed, but
Well, he didn't have the information about what was coming, so he played it safe. But that's quite nice for Spirit to force that one out. Gonna give them a bit of breathing room. The circumstances.
all right, we got the Radiance for Ame. He can go inside of... This is the old BSJ special, by the way. That's how his claim to fame. Lifestealer Radiance, get inside of an Ancient and just stay in there the whole game.
I remember when Kuro did that.
God Strength, X. Jin Q will be the one to fall. Now Yatoro trying to reset, but there's the Gleipnir. Sunray not quite reaching Yatoro. Ame forcing everybody back. Has to be careful, though. They have tons of stuns. They're going to start it out with the Dragon Tail.
Oh, back
That's with the hoof stomp, double edge. Yatoro will be saved by the arrow. Infest not doing literally anything.
All right.
So Spirit get away with the 1 kill.
Could have cost him dearly, but nice escape plan. That plan being, let's run. And it worked.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Stomp XXS, so...
He's going to need a really good escape plan here.
Yeah, Maposhka, the dead wife is attached to him, Cinderin.
Oh! That was not well executed. No. Oh my god.
How?
Oops. Bit of a
How?
mistake there.
Oh, I know how. He only went 3 in double edge.
Oh.
Typical mistake.
Well, arguably you could also have popped the ghost, or sorry, the Inkswell, while Centaur was on top of the gyro. That would have also worked, but as things panned out, it was the worst possible timing where the Inkswell popped right after he got enough distance with the missile stun. Mistakes happen even at this level. That was definitely a kill if played correctly.
XXS. I mean, Retaliate is such a weird spell now. It's
Yeah.
been nerfed so many times. It's not a value level anymore. You got to get multiple levels. And
What do you think of the only 1 point in ult?
on Centaur?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
I don't know if this
scale
is,
with the cooldown. It's like 10-second differential.
it's the same cooldown, but you get a stronger slow and more damage and more duration on the Stampede itself.
Is it like half a second duration?
Yeah, half a second duration, half a second strength multiplier for the damage, and 50 more mana cost. It's one of the worst scaling ultis in the game for sure, but still feels like you maybe take that over 1 point in double edge.
You mean, well, not double edge, retaliate, you mean.
Well, in this game he went like 4-2-4, right, which is pretty standard. So
Now he's going to get his 15 talent,
yep.
which you always take the double edge strength damage, of course.
Of course, the Aegis
All
there
of these.
claimed by XM on the Lina.
Yeah, still, net worth-wise, this is a dead even game.
Yep.
As a Halberd looks to be next for XXS, he has the Eternal Shroud. He is infested.
This is a strong smoke play. They can
Xtreme want to do something. Yeah,
they get on top of any core. It's a gone core. Oh, this is the best one they can find. XM.
Yatoro will go into the lane itself.
Oh,
and be
he actually
greeted.
got the BKB off.
That was really fast, but it doesn't matter. They have the damage anyway.
Wow, that was close.
Yatoro with ridiculously quick fingers.
That still dies, and that's even worse than not BKBing at that point. But
Yeah.
definitely has to try for that. Okay, that's the biggest kill of the game so far. It's going to give Xtreme 40 seconds of power play. They will get the bottom tier 2 tower without question, and probably the Tormentor as well. Now the question is if Spirit can find an even trade up top. They really don't have good heroes for taking the Tormentor. Without Sven nearby, they might not even choose to go for it. Oh, Miposhka gets... Alright.
Yeah, he gets glip-clopped.
Nothing happens. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh,
Good attempt.
close. Here goes.
So this
Tormentor.
game, let's see who gets the shard first.
Jinkyu's dead.
Yeah, good job. XM gets the shard.
Alright, DY, you gotta tip him, man.
That's true.
This is your... Oh man, come on.
You know what? Shard is very... I mean, it's always a good shard, but I think you might just purchase it if you don't get it off the next Tormentor. Is the Lifestealer shard, actually. Open Wounds this game.
Open Wounds is good.
With Lina specifically, it's absurd. It's a lot of attack speed, so it's percentage-based damage, plus she gets the spell Lifesteal as well.
Very true. Can he get it for free here? He can't, right? Because he's
top net worth.
No, so he definitely can't.
Correct. So it might be worth the purchase, or if he wants to wait.
He's going to have to wait a long time. I don't see him being overtaken by his teammates again. So they need another couple shards. They should definitely take the Tormentor to try to get the Phoenix one, though. It's a very good shard. Alternatively, the winner of it could be Lina, which is less... No, Lina already has hers, so it can't be her.
Centaur, the double edge.
That would be the Centaur one. Also decent.
Bounty.
Quite good, as a matter of fact.
XXS is scouting things out. Creeping around. Hoof Stomp will greet collapse. He's going to get A-Toast as well. Do they have the damage with the Sunray? Absolutely.
Speaking of Atos, very unusual to see it on Phoenix, right?
Blind Hoof Stomp.
Nice stomp, but no follow through.
Dire's middle tower
I wonder why DY went Atos this game over other alternative items. If they just feel like they need that little extra bit of catch. It's obviously good for Phoenix itself to just set up Sun Rays, but
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
not one of the most common pickups on the hero.
All right, Infest Bomb coming again. Ame has the SNY now. There's the initiation. It is just for a Mirana. Mira's died a bunch of times this game. It'll be a freebie, essentially. Guitar, ooh, God Strength. He actually wants to fight. He deletes the Phoenix right off the bat and tries to TP out.
Holy
He's dead!
He died!
Oh my goodness, that play. That is... He has some gargantuan balls, but...
I mean,
he still dies.
From his perspective, I understand why he thinks he's going to survive that. Did he not Warcry?
He did. Oh,
he did.
Oh, Warcry. I don't know.
I hope we get a replay of that. I can't believe he dies there. I mean, obviously the BKB changes make a big difference for a situation like this, but... Oh, it's run out.
He's already Warcry.
He doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, like, there's no way, right? And there is indeed no way. If he has Warcry there, he's 100% safe. Yeah, she's like, what the hell?
I'm used to the original BKB from a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even if he gets that kill and gets out for the BKB charge, is it even that good to begin with, this move?
That's true. Because then God Strength is down. That's a less charge on a BKB. All for a Phoenix kill? I don't know.
It feels a bit forced, but it also goes to show what position Spirit are in. I think they feel a little bit...
Yeah, but I think if they were able to look at the net worth, they wouldn't be as panicked.
Yeah, maybe not. I mean, still, Sven 4th net worth is quite bad.
True.
This hero needs to be at the top of the charts, or at least top 2. We've talked about Troll being kiteable. We've talked about those problems. Sven's a little bit in the same boat.
Another Infest Bomb. 17-5 advantage for Xtreme.
Spirit just have no map. Like and I say that as they have some decent wards and they're pushing this top lane, but everywhere they go, they're terrified. They're not really taking much initiative. Maybe now they can find an opening.
Oh, the Dragon till he wasn't quite in range. Didn't get the Fog of War aspect there. Soulbind onto 2, double Laguna.
This is bad.
Down goes Collapse.
Bad.
Maposhka looks to be next. Oh, man. Inkswell, if they spot him, he's dead. And indeed they do. And meanwhile, XXS finds a little sniper on the other side. Should be able to live, though. But still, a 3-for-1 Xtreme getting away with everything.
Yeah, this is just super awkward not having vision when you go for that blink. To be fair, though, if he finds the Dragon Tail, I think it's the same outcome. The Grimstroke was ready right behind XM. He was instantly going to purge that off with the Inkswell and just turn on them. So this was actually a non-play to begin with. Now, again, the initiative on XXS. When you're infested on Centaur, you're 5k health.
Yeah, that's
what is the shit?
Yeah, once you get shard.
It's at 27.
Not bad.
It's genuinely just invincible. They're baiting DY here, but Spirit not going to fall for it. Guitar already left.
I mean, the great thing about having Radiance is you can also farm on Ame just by having Centaur stand by creeps.
Yeah, that's very great.
Very fast farming.
Okay, instant smoke here. Well, you're doing a good job not opening an opportunity here. And maybe XM... No. He sees the gyro placing the ward. This should be called out by XM.
Triple fire.
Yeah, I wonder what they're doing grouping up down here specifically. There's no Tormentor there. They stole it already. They haven't even gotten their own, actually. They just want Mira again.
Well,
they'll get him. Now the knock onto the high ground.
They don't have Aegis, but really, how much danger is Ame in here? If Grimstroke is well positioned, there's a Sunray, you have Rage, you have Stampede. I think, okay, there's going to be a moment of opportunity when this Rage runs out, but he's going to be wise enough to just back off here.
So. Doesn't have Infest for 30 either.
That
initiation is there from XXX. He
very
is really deep. He's going to get
YOLO.
Force Staff even closer to the fountain. Homing missile will hit. Soulbind onto 2. Is there any follow-up? As XXS is taking so much damage, he dies a full minute
What in
on
the world
the
was that?
dock. And yeah,
Wow,
Jin
okay.
Q will follow suit, and the rest of Xtreme will attempt to TP out. There's the stun again. Very sloppy from Xtreme.
Xtreme heard us saying they were playing great. And they were like, let me show you what we can do.
Let me show you how to even up this game.
That was just flat out a completely wild dive from XXS and a huge mistake. They lose 3 heroes. Obviously, it's just himself as the core casualty, but get the Mirana buyback. Still not a worthwhile trade whatsoever. You were in total control. Roche is soon to spawn. You could have taken that base tower, chilled. You could have kept pushing if you wanted to. I think Ame with the next rage could have hit the Rex again.
All right, let's talk about Laurel's items. So he has Shard, right? Concussive Grenade, so it gives you a little getaway. I think it disarms as well, if I'm not mistaken. Is that true? Am I an idiot?
It's a knockback
It's just a knockback.
for himself.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Anyway, in addition to that, oh, they are disarmed. Okay, good.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Okay, I'm smart after all.
True.
He also got Aghanim Scepter, my favorite. So now his ult is super fast.
Yep.
And I would think once he gets his Hurricane Pike, it will be the Conda build, Cinderin.
I would think so too. The question is this the build against Lifestealer? Or should he just have gone hit hard build? You know? It's like this doesn't really...
Well, Sven hits hard.
Sure. Is that enough?
XXS, he's spotted. Collapse. Oh, they find XM in the trees. The initiation. Oh my god, they delete Jin Q to start things out. Yator already gets off his God Strength. They get the second support as well. Down goes DY. And XM will be able to run away. XXS, though, he's the one completely surrounded. There's a buyback now onto DY. Collapse, left all alone in human form. Which means he's worthless. Will end up dropping as a result. The egg is placed, but this is going to be a dieback via Laurel's right clicks. DY dead again.
Nice moment of opportunity there from Spirit. I love that play. And they find the right targets. The Supernova not being available is massive, and killing Grimstroke first is the way to do this. So that's why this team is so good. There's one moment of opportunity, and they know exactly what they need to do.
Yep, XXS finds the opening on Maposhka.
Boots of Baron quite good there.
Leipnir is there. Ame is... He's queuing up the Shard, but you can just kill your Tormentor and get it guaranteed now. They're going to go into the...
Have it?
Yeah, they're going to go into the pit.
Yeah, I don't think he should.
Where Roche is not up for 3 seconds.
He definitely should not. I mean, he would have bought it now if he wanted to, right?
I would think so, yeah.
Scanning.
All right, here comes Roche.
All right.
And this should be a gimme for Xtreme. So despite this fight looking quite grim, they...
Let's see what China does
the way
with
out.
the Roshan's banner. You think they're better than the EU scene?
Is this the first game they have the banner in all 3 games against Spirit that we've seen
might
so far?
be.
They've played Spirit 4 games in this tournament so far.
Well, I don't remember the
They must have
early.
had the banner before, surely.
Jin Q takes it.
Okay, I really hope he plays it in the exact same way.
Hope he just puts it right where he's standing for no reason. That would be the best usage. Because it's content. Bloodthorn now for Yatoro.
Yep. I guess
Jin Q is only 1,500 away from Ags, by the way. The panel was kind of talking about, but it's
he
really
plays
just the
banner.
dragon.
Oh, it's bottom. That's a banner right there.
That's really bad.
Yeah,
That's really bad.
that's good.
Why do they feel the need to use it like right away? Like what does this do for you?
I think it's one of those things where if you put it down, you forget it exists,
Yeah.
and then you
just
don't.
wanna-
Then you have a clear mind.
Okay.
Then it doesn't distract you.
So that's just like Dota itself being so complicated doesn't break your mind, but this banner that just puts it over.
It pushes you over the edge. It's why people don't get Trusty Shovel. It's because they can't be bothered.
Yeah.
They're not
Except
going to look
this
at
is
their
a
inventory
one-time
all-
use. That's
Yeah,
the difference.
It's like just get it out of here.
Ame might
Or
be reading
it's
this.
part of a bigger conspiracy where they're flat out just protesting against
this could be a
Valve.
good opportunity for Spirit. Going to be a little bit weakened as Ame will get open wounds now.
Whoa.
DY.
All right.
Ends up spotting everybody, basically.
Yeah.
A nice shadow to get away, though, for Spirit.
This is going to be a completed Lincoln's in a few hundred gold for Ame.
Lincolns, okay.
It takes a while for me to get used to the new ultimate orb price. So it feels so weird.
Yeah.
His item cost like basically the same for 10 years, with like a difference of 50 gold or whatever.
It's been more than 10 years, actually.
Now it suddenly costs 2,800. But there
it was 21 in Dota 1 as well, I think, right? I feel like.
Yeah, something
I'm
like that.
pretty sure it has not changed for like 15 years.
Yeah. Well, it was 2050 for a short while in Dota 2, right? Oh, Mira.
XM.
Stuff.
Didn't follow it up with the LSA, though. Interesting.
He's still going to die here.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Okay. That was a gem. That was a quite big kill.
Oh. Now, Ame starting to go high ground. XM, he's the one with the Aegis. Lina, a very good high ground sieger.
Yep.
Gets most of the tower in one go.
With that Grove bow in hand. Okay.
That certainly helps. His XXS very deep again. The Blade Mail will help him get out. It's the call down. Doing a decent amount at slowing, but Spirit's not going to follow it up. So another tower taken out.
Collapse is splitting bottom with his DK. But the tier 3 tower is not vulnerable yet. So the tier 2 is still standing, but he did cut the whole wave with his Manta style down there. So at least alleviating some pressure.
We have the Infest. XXS with the Ink Swell as well.
That means they don't have it for XM right now if he were to get jumped.
That's true.
But no, not the case.
But he does have the Aegis still, so
Yeah.
it's fine for now. And
All right.
looks like they're resetting.
What tier 4s do you think you would replace Grove Bow with as Lina?
Tier 4s. I mean, is Spell Prism... Wait, that's not in the game anymore, is it?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look at the list here real quick.
So he's playing like some sort of right-click Lina, right?
Yeah.
So probably not Timeless Relic. I think... I mean, maybe you'd still take Timeless Relic.
I mean, you might still take Ninja Gear anyway, right?
Yeah, always,
Just because
I
it
suppose.
exists.
But I guess you take the Ancient Guardian.
Yeah,
right?
Ancient Guardian, everybody's
Probably.
been taking... I mean, maybe Mindbreaker. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
It
a
still,
few.
it still just goes to show how crazy Grove Bow is, doesn't it?
Yeah. For sure.
That we're struggling to come up with more than like 2 or 3 tier 4. Don't lose your Aegis, except.
Well, it only has a minute to go on it now.
Yep.
They only get gold now from the Tormies, but more importantly, they're denying it from Team Spirit.
This would be a big find. Yotaro will back off to the left.
Should be fine.
Under attack.
What is happening with that minimap? They can't decide how big Centaur is.
It's because there's an Infest Bomb inside.
Every time he moves,
Can you do that again, please?
it's my mating call.
That sounds like... I mean, you are a computer. It sounds like a 56K modem, so why not? Bet
Would you like
10
to do me
people
an
chat.
8-bit?
Yeah. All the Zoomers in chat have no idea what a 56K
What's
modem
a bit?
Now, Yotaro opting to go for Assault next. There's already 2K in for him. As we have double Mindbreaker, one for each side already. Ooh, Avi on his Feather. Okay, so he's going to take the evasion.
Yeah, it's very good.
I mean, MKB is not an item that... I mean, Ame could buy it. Maybe he will.
Yeah, I don't think you buy it to counter Aviana's Feather, though. And I don't think... It's just not part of the build here, right? It's going to go Abyssal, as it looks, on the lifesteal.
I was really hoping for that Ags.
Tower is under attack.
Go.
Speaking of Ags, though, Jin Q has his, so
And they also have the
we'll get Dark Portrait.
the BKB on Centaur, which will allow him to dive even more aggressively if you thought that was possible.
That's time.
Big moment for Spirit, no Aegis.
Yep, they pop the Lincolns, get the Dragon Tail, but Ame jumps out of XXS. There's the
boy.
Soulbind onto 2, and the DK is already dead. Maposhka takes nice Laguna Blade into the extra right clicks from XM. Yotaro trying to fight his way out of this. Jin Q might actually live through it, and down goes the carry of Spirit. 3 for nothing, and Xtreme again come out on top.
I feel like if you want to go for that moment of opportunity on Lina, it's all in. Like, you got to jump the Sven as well. They went in, they got the Dragon Tail off, there's no follow-up damage, and then they just get counter-initiated mega hard. And honestly, that's just probably game, right? Like, you don't have buyback on Sven. The enemy team has all the advantage. You're absolutely getting 2 lanes. If the top tier 2 tower was down, it was megas for sure. Maybe now you can weather the storm a little bit. Mira trying some some fancy footwork here, but my goodness, that just did not work for Spirit. I like what they were trying to do by identifying, okay, Aegis is out, Lina is a good point of contact, we can jump her, but they didn't commit for it. They didn't do it right. And, well, it ends up being way worse than if they had done nothing.
Yep, still 40 seconds to no Sven, so they will opt to push the tier 2
I mean, this is
into this now.
This is just megas, right? Like, you can't stop this lifestealer.
Yeah, I would think so.
Gonna try their best.
Laurel, with that Aghanim Scepter, hasn't really done much with it. Because he doesn't have the full combo. Didn't fully commit early on to the Conda build. Collapse. XXS going... I wonder who's inside him.
Yeah.
Ame will just use the Rage to get the Mega Creep secured. There's the Stampede to run away, just in case. So Xtreme now with the Megas in their favor. Now, if only they had that banner.
Yeah. Should have saved it.
Money to burn.
Yeah, every game has been kind of a stomp.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember the last time we've seen 2 Tier 1 teams have all 3 games be stomps. Not very common.
It's not in my nature, but...
And it seems like there's been decent creativity with the picks too. It's like this. We've seen a lot of different heroes this series, but generally just been very one-sided. Who got the better trade of the creativity? 20k now the lead for Xtreme and Megas. Yeah, Spirit's lineup. It's just everything is very quiet now. It's been for a while. They haven't... I mean, the couple of times they've tried to take initiative, Xtreme have been ready for it and just instant punish them.
All right,
so
they are going for one last-ditch effort, Cinderin.
Yep.
Laurel has a Sacred Relic. This will be an eventual Divine, I believe, which, you know, with... He doesn't have Conda, which is kind of a big deal. He's not going to get the Demon Edge in time in all likelihood, but if they're able to get that, this is a scary hero, like legitimately scary hero. Assassinating from afar away.
I go back to what I thought about earlier, and I'm like, what have Sniper's items done this game?
Nothing.
I can't really wrap my head around this item build against Lifestealer carry in particular. Because sure, some of your magic damage goes through, but you would think just the nice leap reaction there from Mira will live.
Yeah. XM, Lincoln's is popped. Dragon Tail from Collapse, but they heal up. Everyone's super tanky. A little bit surprised that Xtreme didn't go for Roche. I don't know if it was it not up a few seconds ago?
That's a good question.
Maybe they're just trying to catch them by surprise if they can end this a little sooner, but will likely go down to the pit now. Ame. Okay, what are they trying here? What is this?
Waited for the Wisdom Rune.
Oh. Even more denial.
He tried to get the Wisdom Rune. He was successful.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, Ame got it.
Yeah. 25 for him.
Yep. He had one of the...
25 for Yotaro as well.
See, his 25 is the Rage duration. That's what you always take. The other one, they did get... They made it a little bit better.
Yeah, they buffed it quite a lot. But
it used to be the worst talent.
That was the single worst talent in the game. I agree. The Rage one was so much better by comparison that it wasn't even ever a consideration.
Unless you misclicked.
Yeah. Now the right talent is definitely better than
75% win rate. Look at that. Only 20% pick rate, though.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I still don't... It doesn't feel like a 25 talent still. 1.2. What does that increase it by? I can't even click on Lifesteal because he's infested, but he's always infested. XXS. Oh, there's the Divine. So Laurel has it. Of course, it would be a lot better with the Conda. But what
I wonder if
the
players see this the way on the minimap like we do. Every time XXS takes a move.
Oh! This time Mira's not quick enough. Abyssal Blade used. Oh, Murata. Okay, does not get out in time. XXS will have to use Stampede.
The Rapier noticeable there.
Yes, it is noticeable. Mostly using it to right-click, but has the Assassinate available whenever.
Time for Conda, baby.
I mean, the build's actually legitimately good. It's just he went for so many items beforehand, and obviously they've struggled this game. There. See, look at that.
Oh.
Good stuff. Forcing out the rage.
Just another 9 assassinates and Ame's dead.
Yep, that's right.
When he gets the Conda, though, it will be a lot more damage than that.
I mean, it is something, I believe it goes fully through rage, right? Because it turns it to physical. Like it's like an auto attack. That's why it can proc Mjolnir, it procs Divine.
Well, assassinates damage is magical.
Yeah, that aspect wouldn't fully go.
But the Conda hit.
It should.
Yeah.
Oh, hoof stop. Oh boy. Divine Rapier on the deck. Ame claims it for himself. And that should do it. Very underwhelming performance from Team Spirit. As they get the tier 4s. And they find the DK and Gyro. Ancient exposure. Toro coming in. Gets 1 kill. Very exciting. And then dies shortly after GG's called. So Xtreme take the series 2-1 in 3 stompy games.
Yeah.
Very, very weird series overall.
And